Okay, so game number 2, which will be played in NBP Sport Complex, which will be between West Indies and Hong Kong, China. First of all, we're going to witness the national anthem of West Indies.
No noble thoughts brought us here to this region, but through it all, we have risen above. Through our flannel nights, flashing their willow and leather, these keepers of the flame must feel our undying love. This Caribbean nation is rising fast, a sunbeam cutting through a clouded past. A passion fills the world like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we can take it higher. Let every voice be raised. Everybody give praise. Rally, rally round the West Indies, now and forever. Rally, rally round the West Indies, now and
And now, the national anthem of Hong Kong, China. So, everybody, please stay there because we're going to observe a minute of silence in respect of the fire which struck almost 5 buildings in Tai Po, Hong Kong. Thank you so much. So now the gesture of shaking the hands here. The next game of the day, which will be played between West Indies and Hong Kong, China. Some friendly gesture as well, exchanging the mementos. So here we're going to witness the showdown in a couple of moments where West Indies are going to take over Hong Kong, China. West Indies, they won the toss, elected to bat, and that's Hong Kong, China who's going to bowl in the first innings. Players are shaking their hands. In a couple of moments, they're going to get set and set up the field. The batters will be in West Indies versus Hong Kong, China of the IMC T20 Over-40s World Cup, day number 5, match number 2 in the NBP Sport Complex. West Indies, they won the toss, selected to bat first. Team hurdles are being made. Umpires are ready. So the 11 of West Indies, led by Lawrence Farnham, then Asif, Atwell, Davindra, Leacock, Bab, Nagamoto, Chatram, Latif, Lal, and Zaman. I talk about the 11. Okay, so umpires are getting in along with the ball. Yes, the shiny one, Kookaburra. The hurdle of Hong Kong, China. Need to get set on the field first. So the 11 of Hong Kong, China, led by Farooq Said, the skipper, then Khalid, Ankur, Iftikhar, Batipola, Dar, Sohail, Najib, Vijitang, Cruz, and Zar. West Indies won the toss, selected to bat first. And the couple of moments, we're going to witness the showdown. The teams are getting ready here. Hong Kong, China, pretty much motivated. Well, they were looking for the bat first, but it didn't came into the favor. That's a TN Vision production. And as you can see, the broadcasters through which you can watch these matches live on PVCA's YouTube and on Myco as well. Hong Kong, China getting into the ground and set up the field. And some of the conversation going on between the players and set how they're going to set the field. The captain Farooq Said, he was guiding them, and the Caribbean batters from the West Indies, Atwell along with Chen. Getting onto the ground, going to set up the field here, and then the showdown is going to begin. And if I talk about Atwell, he's pretty much amazing with the bat, as we have seen in the previous games. On the other end, Chan is going to be on the non-striker. He's getting his guard ready. He's drilling with the bails onto the crease so that he could get a good grip. Atwell, a pretty strong batter. This is much of a requirement when you're taking the guard. In a couple of moments, we're going to go with the first ball. Eternal Atwell. He is the striker. And on the other end, going from a drone cam, Asif Chen, the left-handed from West Indies. We talk about West Indies. It wasn't pretty much of a good day playing against Pakistan. And that's Zarkhan from Hong Kong, China. He's going to deliver the first over. Here we go with the first ball. Just swinging away a little inside. Dot to start the over. A slow one to a start away from the off stump. Atwell was quite a bit trying to cut it away. I can see the game plan here. They're not going aggressive here. They're going for the defense. Oh, what a good delivery. Pitch outside leg this time. On to the leg stump. pretty much of a good appeal, I would say, at the shrine of Abdullah Shah Ghazi. And at the back of it, you can see the beautiful seaside and the Karachi port. Because of TN Vision, you can see this stream live on the YouTube channel of PVCA and on Myco. That was a little away, but he came down the ground there. Picks up the widest delivery there. Mustn't have put the bat on that delivery. That must have gone for a wide. The hustling, busy Karachi. Lots of greenery as well. Who says Karachi is not green? The busy streets, the city which never sleeps. It's Karachi, and it's also called the City of Light. So here we go, Zar with the another one. Pitching it away from the off stump and thrust it away towards the boundary there, towards the deep point. Got enough of the bat on the ball. Opens his hand at the great time. Asif Chen finds the gap there, finds the boundary. There wasn't any fielder. Well, it's not quite a good delivery to deliver to a player like Asif. He knows he has the potential. He can put you away for some boundaries. It's the IMC Over-40s T20 World Cup Karachi, powered by Quetta Gladiators, in association with the Pakistan Veterans Cricket Association, PVCA. On the YouTube channel of PVCA, you can watch these matches live. That was onto the middle stump now. These are the kinds of delivery you deliver to a batter who is pretty much confident with the bat. When you're going to deliver it away and you have the field set just near, you don't have any fielder in the deep, that is a bad delivery to bowl. And he's surely going to put you away. Once again, this time away from the off stump, and it's going to be a chance. Oh! There wasn't anybody to guard. So in this manner, there's the dugout of West Indies. First gone, 6 for none. And that's the helicopter passing by because of the security of the foreign teams playing here in Karachi, Pakistan. And now I've been joined in the commentary box by Mr. Naeem Chen. He's from Caribbean. Thank you so much, sir, joining us in the commentary box.
Hi Fayaz, good morning. Well, it's good morning from Pakistan, Karachi. For those people in the West Indies, it'll be pretty early in the morning, just getting out of your beds maybe. Brilliant sunshine, nice atmosphere. And the West Indies have won 1 game in their 4. And so is Hong Kong, so they're just struggling at the bottom of the table.
Ankur brought into the action this time, plays it nicely towards the extra covers. A brilliant hit here by Asif. Well, he got that juicy full toss and he made it all away of it. What a boundary and what a way to start with a welcoming 4 to Ankur. He's pretty much a great bowler. It was onto the middle stump this time. Plays it nicely towards the fine leg, into the circle. Didn't went much deep. It's gonna be just a single there.
So the West Indies have been changing various platforms in the opening position. They've been struggling to find permanent openers, and they have not been making use of the power play in many of the games that they've played so far. So they're looking for that opportunity here to really come good. Atwell has been the permanent opening partner in all the games so far.
This time, a pretty much good delivery, but I got the back of the angle this time. I didn't got the follow angle this time. So I wasn't pretty sure that it was just towards the off stump or towards the middle one. This was swiftly played here by Asif. It's a good strategy. Singles and doubles, building up the partnership, getting the ball in the range and getting rid of those deliveries. If I talk about Asif, when he was trying to drive it away this time, wasn't connected well. This time he goes down the ground towards the fine leg. Wonderful sweep, I would say, but because of the outfield, that was a little slow. Didn't manage to get those precious four. It's going to be just a single off leg by. Well, a good start to the game, I would say, for West Indies, putting up 13. Well, spinners earlier on in the game, it's not very easy for them because of the shine of the ball, and especially Kookaburra. And today, if I talk about the surface, it's a little less grassy than the previous games. And it's a bit of very hard, baked by the sun, pretty much of cracks. They're going to get some unusual turn as well on it. So 2 overs gone, 14 without any loss.
They had 3 games. Look at that picturesque site here at the NBP Sports Complex. Beautiful buildings, lots of infrastructure going up, lots of construction work across Karachi, so lots of dust as well. We had some early games this morning. Rest of the world, what an exciting day for them. I'll tell you a little bit about those games. Single here. So the West Indies starting off pretty well this morning. But rest of the Gulf had 254 for 4 against Sri Lanka. What a score. Only Pakistan has posted more than that in any game, 284 in one game. So the rest of the Gulf won their game. And the USA, they beat rest of the world by 5 wickets. Down the ground, down the pitch, Atwell, bit of confusion, sorted out eventually. But they were pretty hesitant there.
And yeah, that was the first game of today, which was played between rest of the world and the USA. And I can say that USA first in the first innings, when they were delivering, that was a bit of a problem in their fielding. But in the end, they got a couple of wickets because of the catches. And earlier on in the innings, they were dropping lots of catches. I can say that 7 catches were dropped today at the total. And that was pretty much because of the softness of the ball, and it was a little moist early in the morning because it was windy, a little moist as well, because we are just near the seaside. It's a couple of miles away. Beautiful beach of Karachi. And this time he clucks it away. Goes down the ground. I think that must be just a bounce. Rolls away for a boundary there. Asif now just hitting up the gas.
But that was to be hit. It was pitched up just inside that slot. And Asif making hay while the sun shine down to the boundary for 4. He looks pretty set. Well, I told you about those 2 games, rest of the Gulf winning their game this morning. USA, now they've won 4 of their games out of 5. And Australia beat Zimbabwe by 9 wickets, all those matches taking place earlier this morning.
That was a pace-off delivery onto the pads. Wasn't connected with the bat. I think it was not a good short selection because he was just aiming that he's going to pull it away. It's going to pitch up, but because I think it just landed onto the grass, that is why it didn't pitch up. It didn't got a good bounce there. Zar is making 100% use of the surface. Good delivery once again. Very good delivery. That's the attacking mindset of Hong Kong China right now to get those wickets in the power play, because on the surface, the power play matters a lot. It's just, I can say, it's the 20 or 30% of the game which you can take out of the power play.
I think these 2 batsmen have got to work it out. That was a pretty cheeky single a short while ago. Someone could have been nailed for that. In their exuberance to utilize this power play, there are going to be irrational moments.
And now there's going to be a last delivery to go by Zar. And well, just the slice of the bat finds the gap there. Asif once again strikes it nicely for a boundary. What a way to end the over.
Nice shot, pitched up, just easing it through the offside. Good timing as well, got in the meat of the bat. Just at the end of over number 3, 28 without loss.
Nestled in the heart of South America,
The emphasis now over the past few years in Guyana has been leaning more towards birding tourism. A lot of people coming up to see birding. Guyana is off, we will call it off the beaten tourism track. It's a new frontier. We actually have, in terms of birds, we have over 900 species of birds and over 70 species that are Guyana Shield endemic. Some of them are easy to see compared to neighboring Guyana Shield countries. Guyana is indeed unique in terms of bird because of the diversity of species. If you go on a birding trip and there are many other.
Very good fielding in the end, the brink of the boundary. If he would have done a blunder, yeah, it was a confirmed boundary there. And I can say West Indies, it's pretty much of a balanced score, going quite nice in the power play. As I said, it's the 20 or 30% of the game that you can take it out of the power play. If I talk about the United States, they almost aced the power play with putting up 53 to 54 runs on the board. And then it pretty much came into their favor. And that went straight for a boundary.
Nice shot that well, pitched up into the pads and struck away. So the bowling has not been relatively on target. They're searching, the Hong Kong, China.
Once again, similar kind of a delivery. It was a little turning inside. It was pitched outside the off stump. And it got a little bit of a turn as well, using the surface anchor. Obviously, the surface matters a lot because today it's lots of cracks and some occasional grass as well on the surface, which is giving spinners a bit of a grip, a bit of a spin as well. It's turning a lot. I can see that shiny patches there on the surface. It's only because of the hard and baked pitch there. Nicely driven there, but equally a good field, I would say.
Yes, knocked it down there. That's a difficult position to field. Somewhere close to a gully or short backward point. The ball skids off and then it turns when it hits the turf.
Good delivery there. That was a leg cutter here by Ankur. And what a way to end the over. 4 overs gone, 35 for none.
USA they have been on a roller coaster. Of course, Pakistan setting the field afire. And this tournament, 4 games, 4 victories. And you have some very good teams. I was looking at the South Africans as well. Very fit fellas. They've got some very good bowling actually, and good batting. In fact, Natalian Howard from South Africa is the 2nd best bowler so far. But Australia dominating the bowling mark clearly. 10 wickets in the tournament, and that's as far as yesterday, the conclusion of yesterday's games.
Here we go. This time swept it away. And we have to check it whether it went all the way. Yes, it is. It went all the way and got a perfect angle on that. That was picked up the line pretty much nicely, and it was just like an opportunity in the slot to just put away for a maximum.
It's Maxi there. Nice shot. So the tournament has been plagued, I think, in one department, and that's fielding. You mentioned earlier, you alluded to how many catches were dropped in this morning's game. That's between the rest of the world and the USA. USA scraping home at the end.
Similar kind of a shot, but this time I think it's dropped. Yes, it is. Well, as you said, it's not pretty much of a comfortable place to field. You have to be pretty much mindful and pretty much alert at that point, because the batter's hit like a bullet there.
Yes, you've got limited time when someone is sweeping, and they'll sweep it very hard. And that ball just dropped in front of that fielder. Hadn't the chance and the time to lunge forward.
This time it goes away towards the extra covers. That's the fumble in the field. Gonna give some time for the batters to grab those quick couple of runs. And this is the problems that teams are doing, the mistakes actually, that they're not being pretty much tight on the field and dropping the catches. Oh, that's a big shout. Gone. The finger is raised. A big wicket. That's Atwell. He's walking a little disappointed. He's gonna go.
I don't think Atwell got to the pitch of the ball actually. He just remained in his crease, lunging forward, looking for a big shot. Look at this. Not coming forward. The ball left his bat. That was the one going away. Just nicking outside the line of the off stump, taken by the wicketkeeper. So the West Indies, they've lost their first wicket. Not a bad partnership. They've not been having great partnerships in this tournament. So it's good to see that they could muster 43 for 1. And still in the power play, actually.
Well, I can say losing a couple of wickets in power play, it's okay if you are putting up a good score on the board, the way West Indies have done right now. 43 already on the board, and then they lost their wicket here. And especially, it's going to give a little bit of a setback, because Atwell was pretty much a confident player, and he has the potential. He has been seen hitting quite hard, utilizing the power play very good. But now, if I talk about the captain, Lawrence Farnham, he's pretty much confident as well, and he has a good attacking mindset. He's like a great leader leading the West Indian side.
Farnham has great temperament, especially if his side is in trouble, where he can stabilize. He was struck 3 games ago under the eyelid, had to go into the hospital, scanned MRIs, so he had to have a day's rest. He played yesterday, returning for the West Indies, and now coming into this game. Nice opening position here for him. Lots of time available where he can bat for a long time.
And obviously, when the skipper is into the action, that means the non-striker Asif is also going to get much of a support. Lawrence Farnham, the skipper, left-handed. Pitched it away of the off stump. It's turning a bit towards the off stump there, and just opened the tilted face of the bat straight towards the fielder at the point. That went down the ground. Oh, direct hit. The batter was comfortably in. Taking the risky singles at this point can put you in trouble, because you have already lost a wicket in the power play, and now you just need to build up the innings. Instead, if you're going to lose the wickets, that's going to be a big problem. 5 overs gone, 44 for 1.
At your leg stump, he's going to come round the right arm around.
Well, the West Indies will be mindful that they should not be committing one of the many cardinal sins in T20 cricket, and that one is getting run out. So they've got to be cautious. There were some very cheeky singles earlier on between Atwell and Asif. That's a little caution. Other cardinal sins, dot balls. I'll just read through some stuff for you in a short while, perhaps after this delivery. Well, since the umpire is not ready, let me just tell you, up as of yesterday, there were 5,414 balls bowled in the tournament. And just listen to this. The dot balls were 20, that's 2,363. That's another cardinal sin.
This time it was the extra covers. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's a cardinal sin. You have to minimize the dot deliveries, and that is what the problem Australia had in the last game as well. They were going pretty much good, and then it just came into the glotty because of those dot deliveries, and then suddenly Poulsen stepped up and made the game into Australia's favor.
Nice shot, can't find the boundary. There's a man out there, but nicely struck. And of all those 5,414, almost half of those balls bowled in the tournament were dot balls. And extras, 440. That's another sin. You don't want overthrows, you don't want wides and no balls.
That's a slower delivery, pitched up a little. Farnham, when he was rotating his body posture to just go for a bigger one, then came well onto the bat. Well, Farooq, he has the ability, he has the variety, pitching it outside. He knows, he has the awareness of the cracks, he has the awareness of the surface here. He's delivering it purposely outside, making the players go and be familiar with the outside, and then he's going to deliver it inside. I can just judge the game plan here for Farooq. That is rolling and made the fielder into the business.
just 2 centuries in this tournament so far. It had 17 half centuries. So it's not necessarily a batting tournament. A lot of the tallies have been below 150. Full toss, whacked away, all the way. That's going to carry. Let's wait on the signal of the umpire. Gone, 6 runs.
End of the power play. 6 overs gone. 55 for 1.
So we'd seen a few maximums so far from the West Indies in this innings. And we've not had a lot of them. They had actually 202 sixes struck in the tournament as of yesterday. And 604 fours. Quite nice stats.
Well, this tournament has been wonderful for the players as well as the management as well. Yesterday I had Sterling Heyman, the chairman of IMC, was enjoying the game here, which was being played between Australia. Plays it down the pitch here. Was straight to the fielder at the long off. But if I talk about Farnham, the way he's now building up the innings, he's anchoring the innings, I think, from the one end, and that's Asif who's stepping it up and making his way through the boundaries. Sweeps it away nicely there. That was a lovely sweep that clears the fence. Asif once again.
Beautiful shot, turning the wrist also, getting it flat along the ground. There's a man at backward square. It just went forward of square, just beating him to his right. Well timed, nice shot. It'd be nice to have a look at the replay on that one. But appeal was quite hearty and quite vociferous. The umpires, he was stretching forward tentatively, maybe going down the leg side.
This time picks it away nicely. There's a similar area. It's his favorite shot. It's his favorite area, Asif. Going down the leg.
Those things, people like Bab can execute well, and you could be pushed out of form. The last over to that bowler was bowling extremely slow. And a big hit is going to take advantage of you.
Well, yeah, slower deliveries are quite a bit just like an opportunity for the batters. And if I talk about delivering it outside the off stump and then delivering it pretty much slow in the slot, this is the mistake what the bowlers are doing. I've seen in the previous games as well in this tournament. And then they suddenly get into the pressure after being hit for 2 to 3 boundaries. And then it becomes a jeopardy because they start delivering wides and then they start delivering it more into the slot. And the batters, they get the much opportunity.
Well, if you're going to bowl slow, but you can bowl like Rashid Khan, for example, because on the big stage, they'll eat you raw, the batters. So if you're bowling slow, but Rashid Khan gets it, the velocity, it just spins on the pitch. Difficult to bat. But if you're not a big spin of the ball and bowling slow, you're going to be struck around the ground.
I second to that, and especially if you are bowling on this kind of a surface where you can get the advantage of the surface, and when you're bowling it slow and away from the field, it's all upon the bowler where he sets up the field. He shows the game plan there. And I've seen the bowlers setting up the field towards the offside and delivering it deliberately towards the leg. They're going to get hit for the boundaries there because there is no fielder in the deep. And when you're delivering it towards the leg side, you have the fielder in the 30-yard circle. That's an opportunity for the batter, and he's surely going to maximize it.
Well, I guess too that many of these teams coming into the World Cup and that stage. There's an appeal for LBW not out, says the umpire. Had a long, careful look. I think Farnham was stretching out, so made it difficult for the umpire to give a decision of LBW. Just coming back to the point where a lot of these teams who do not come, or which do not come from cricketing nations like Hong Kong, Canada, they're struggling. They've got a journey that they've got work to do to improve their cricket.
Especially if I talk about the players playing in this tournament, they are mostly practicing at the weekends. They are not regularly playing. That is, I think, a bit of the lacking, which is making them struggle. And that was straight to the fielder. Well, I didn't got a view once again because of the pole there.
That was extremely slow and short. A combination of both.
One more here.
I was pretty surprised that Bob did not hit it out of the ground. But he's giving it flight. Nice length. Nice length. If he's got to keep it there, and there must be some revolution.